Some people know this guy as Slug. Some people know this guy as Slag. I don't care what you call this little Triceratops. This is the core class Legacy Evolution Dinobot Slug. And he's okay. Not perfect. What sort of an upper torso does he make? What sort of a dino does he make? What sort of a robot does he make? We're going to find out in the latest GotBot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you are at it, light on my baby. Hit that notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton. Let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. And this is, as I said, I'm going to use Slug because that seems like the new name for the guy, even though it's not what I grew up with and it's not what I use myself. But it's what's on the package. I don't actually have the package. This whole set has been on loan to me by Maximal 10. And while 4 of the boxes were there, and all the instructions, the 2 torso boxes weren't, so that's weird. I don't know why he didn't give me those or have those. Maybe he didn't have those. I don't know. I digress. This guy is okay. I don't think he is the strongest. I certainly don't think he is the weakest. And he does have one weird little oddity to him. Without any further ado, how about we head over to the table and take a closer look at this lad. So our buddy Maximal 10 has been kind enough to let me take a look at his core class Dinobot set. We have looked at the 2 leg bots so far, being Grimlock and who's the other leg? Snarl. And for a long time, Snarl was the standard bearer of quality for this Dinobot set, scoring quite high. Then we looked at the 2 arm bots. Scar is an interesting addition to the group, and there's a lot about him I like, but there are things about him that I think really needed to be improved. Swoop is the new standard bearer, scoring the highest of this group, but we have not done the 2 bots that are part of the torso yet, being, of course, Slag or Slug, whatever you want to call them, and Sludge. Well, today we're going to do our Triceratops lad, and we don't have a box for this one. I don't know why he gave me 4 of the boxes. We don't have a box for him. We don't have a box for Sludge. I digress. We do have the instructions. They are double-sided, and as has been the case with these core class Dinobots, I find these to be really effective instructions. That brings us to our boy Slug or Slag, whatever it is you want to call him. And in terms of look, man, this is pretty great. Granted, it'd be nice if we had the black hair on his shoulders because the circle pieces should be black. Granted, it'd be nice if we had the green and blue on his knees, but I can live without that there because the rest of this is done so well. I do wish we had an Autobot symbol here. I get it's the bottom of his jaw, but his chest should have an Autobot symbol. I'm glad he has a red head. I'm going to say that this is easily a 9 for the look. You know who this is. There's no doubt about it. So I'm going to say a 9 for the look. Again, as this whole set became a version of Dinoking, each of the Dinobots is almost like an analog for one of the Dinoking members. The Stegosaurus, the Triceratops, Kakuryu, is the upper torso, as is this guy the upper torso. All the evidence was there to know that this was going to be a Dinoking. We have back here the Volcanicus head and really a tail piece here. I'm going to take that off. It just pegs in right here on the back, and of course you can bring it forward and put it using the little, I'm going to say 3mm peg. It should be able to go in his hand. Yeah, like that, right? So you do have a little blaster form, no sword form though. So a little bit of a bummer. But yeah, in terms of the look of the guy, I'm going to say that we're starting off easily with a 9. Let's do the articulation next. 9 is good. 9 is a good start. The head can go up and down, left and right. I'm kind of glad that the whole dino head moves with it. It also means that in dino mode, the head can move left and right, though the lower jaw won't be able to. The arms can go, you know, And technically all the way around, if not for this junk on the back here. And honestly, I'm okay with this being here because he's supposed to kind of have wings behind his arms, and that mimics it. Ratchets. Strong ratchets. Take that out of his hand. That also mean his arms can go way up over his head. Super duper T-pose. Unfortunately, no bicep. And no elbow again. You're slaying me with the lack of elbows on these guys. Waist, which is very nice at this size class. Leg forward, leg back. Legs all the way, do the splits out to the side. Again, oh, we have a thigh swivel on this one. Because of the knee. There you go, yeah. Nice knee. No dedicated thigh swivel though, right? We have it because of the knee, but no dedicated thigh swivel. Like the little imperfections with look, the little imperfections with not a dedicated thigh swivel. I can live with all that. The dude needed an elbow. I think without the elbow, I think that's a fatal flaw. The best I can give this articulation is going to be a 7, and even that goes against my grain because I really want to give it about a 4. When you don't have a cardinal piece of articulation like elbows, for me it almost ruins the thing. That's a bummer. But to be fair, most of it is there. A lot of people probably don't have the same issue with it that GotBot does. So we'll say a 7. He was getting a 9 for the look, a 7 for this. He's an 8. He's pretty good. Just elbows. Let's do the transformation and we'll kind of see what's what from there. So we'll go to Dino mode first, and then we'll go to his upper torso mode, I guess. Where do I want to begin? I guess the best place to begin is to bring the arms up on the... You gotta bring... Let me see if I can explain this the best way I know how. It's not just folding the arm out and then thinking you can twist it around. That's not right. The way the arm has to move is all the way up and then fold it down. So the toes are out and the robot mode fist is on the back. We can take the tummy piece, I guess, lower jaw, and bring that up over the face. We can, I guess, put the legs together, and we should be able to fold the legs up over and squeeze those in, fold the legs up over. So squeeze those side pieces in and fold the legs up over. Bring these down, make sure all of this is squeezed together, and then using the, what I'm going to call tail nub back here, we should be able to put the tail on over it, so that boom, here we have a nice little Triceratops alt mode. I almost said Steggy there, but Triceratops alt mode. Cool. I like this. I really do. I think that this is really kind of neat. What can I say about the transformation for this? I'm going to give it a... I think I'm going to give it a 10. It's a great little transformation, honestly. Good, easy, functional. The guy was getting a 9. No, an 8. So he has a 10. Again, he's kind of back up to a 9, you know? Let's do the upper torso. See if that sort of makes or breaks this guy. Now, to be fair, to do the upper torso, this is a case where most of these guys have got to the torso from Dino mode. This guy kind of goes back to robot mode in order to accomplish it. So I'll kind of sort of do that. But we don't, well, I guess we don't have to go all the way back to robot mode. Where do I want to start? I think what we'll do is we'll begin by picking those off, and then these here should come out to the side thusly. With those out to the side, we should be able to still bend this up and bend these back. And I'm going to take the tail piece off because we don't want the tail piece being there. The head, I should note this, is up in the tail piece. It's up here. The head needs to come off, and that's a, I don't want to say that's a chore, but maybe it is a chore. There. Okay, so the way that it's in here is we have the tail piece, and the head using this peg is poked in here, and you need to pull it out. It should be easy enough, but I do find that it likes to stick. Now you should be able to take the head and put it down there. So we have the kind of torso, sorry, we have the head like left out on the front, as it should be for Dinoking. I think these are supposed to come back on the side, if I'm not mistaken. And I think we're going to use down here underneath as our way of like combining everything. And that might be it. I think that's it. I think that we've got it kind of done here now. I don't know if these are supposed to go down or like up over like this or what. I'm going to do it like that for now. But this, I might have to adjust slightly. That being said, I don't have any idea where this piece is supposed to go now in this mode. Unless it's up under the chin? This might go like on here like this. I'm not 100% sure on that. Once we do Sludge and kind of get these guys put together, I'll be able to know better. But for now, I'm going to say that this is about it. The instructions are good, but they're not super duper clear on where everything should go here. But this makes sense to me. Like, I feel like that, yeah, this, I kind of like this. And same with these. Perhaps they're supposed to go, you know, I don't know if they're supposed to go around to this side or not, but I'll find that out when we end up putting Volcanicus together. For now, I'm going to say that this part of the transformation's pretty good. A little bit of parts forming there at the head, but it's all good and snug. But I wish the instructions were clearer. Gosh. This guy was getting an overall score of a 9. I'm going to say this transformation is more like an 8. I'm going to say he's an 8.5. He's not as good as Snarl, but other than the lacking elbows, everything else about this guy I think I kind of like. So an 8.5 for the upper torso of Volcanicus. And here we are once again, and here he is. So as a dino, I think he's great. I think his transformation is clever. I even like that they mimic his wing pieces by having the two halves of his back come out behind the arms. I find it really weird. I get why, because of, I guess, the combined mode torso. It's so weird that the arms are ratcheted, especially since Evan Brooks specifically said a little while ago that ratchets are for Voyager and up. In fact, that's the whole reason why 86 Scrapper is a Voyager. This contradicts exactly what one of the designers says. To me, that's a weird message, you know? I digress. This guy's okay. Weird ratchets in the shoulder aside, which I assume are for combined mode, the only thing that this guy could really benefit from would be, and I don't have his arms turned around, would be an elbow. Again, that's one of the problems with these cores for me, is the lack of elbow. If he had an elbow, honestly, he would be up there with Snarl, he would be up there with Swoop, who I think is the best. In terms of accuracy, it sure looks right. I'm so glad he has a red head and not a black head. Because the black head would be toy accurate, the red head is animation accurate. I'm an animation accuracy guy. The knees, it would be nice if we had the little, I think it's green and blue detail there, but like, I'm not angry about this. Like, I recognize this. I know who this is. A little Autobot logo here would be nice. But like, all that's very minor gripes. It's a great little dino. It's a serviceable robot, nay for the arms. I think that that's a real bummer, and I think they absolutely could and should have been in there. Yeah, I mean, besides that, in terms of being an upper body, I think it's an okay upper body. I don't really know what to do with that one piece. I assume when we look at Sludge, we will see how that one piece goes incorporated, because I'm pretty sure that it goes incorporated on him. I don't know if it goes up under the chin like I showed here, or if it actually goes pegged into Sludge. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to get there. For now, he's an okay... Well, no. He's a successful upper torso. He's a successful dino. And he's an okay robot that suffers only from weird ratchets at the shoulders that kind of... Like, I shouldn't have to work this hard at his shoulders. I'm not angry at the ratchets, it's just a weird choice for such a small bot. And no elbows. No elbows. That's the big deal with this guy. No elbows. Other than that, he's a fun little lad. Certainly a great little desk bot for anybody that, you know, uses desk bots, right? He's great to flick back and forth and easy to do. Let me know what you think about Slug here. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button, stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos.